Hello and welcome to episode number 3 of Catching Up with the Backs. I'm your host, Nathan Kanter, the voice of the Salmon Arm Silverbacks. And as you can see, we got 2 more players. We got 2 vets joining us today. To your left, in the upper left corner, we got Logan Shaw. And on the bottom, we've got Drew Bennett. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure.
Awesome. Okay, so let's start with what better place to start than what the heck have you guys been up to? Obviously, it's been a long summer given everything that has gone on. Logan, let's start with you. Tell us where you're joining from and how you've kind of been keeping busy.
Yeah, well, I'm coming from Calgary, Alberta, born and raised. And I don't know, I've been trying, training and ice is the last 2 weeks have been really getting into it. Because that's when everything's been opening and you're allowed to go outside and do stuff. So I've been doing that a lot, golfing quite a bit. And then, just trying to keep busy. It's crazy.
Yeah, weird times. Drew, how have you been keeping busy?
Well, I'm here in Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. So the weather just started to get nice here. So we've just been getting outside the last month or so. But other than that, I got a little setup in my basement, been working out, shooting pucks, trying to get out golfing if I can. Nice. The gym just opened up 2 weeks ago and so did the ice. So been back at it now and kind of back in my normal routine now.
Sweet. So you said it took a while for the weather to catch up and get nice?
Yeah.
So what did you do before then?
I mean, really nothing. Just kind of sat in, played some video games, tried to work out as much as I could, and did the best I could to stay active.
Sweet. Okay, we'll get into more COVID-related questions kind of at the end. We have a couple submitted questions. We'll get to those as well. But let's talk about last season. I want to go back to what seemed obviously everything came to an end very abruptly. We won't really talk about the finish, but let's talk about the journey. We'll start with you, Logan. How would you kind of summarize last season for the Silverbacks and for yourself?
Yeah, well, it was a bit different for me because I had my shoulder injury at the start of the season. So, I think it was a couple days into camp, I separated it. And then, a week later, I headed back to Calgary. And then that's when the season started. I watched the first game. Got off to a hot start. What did we start?
6-0.
6-0. And then we're 15, 2-1 or something like that at a time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so when I came back, the energy was really high. The vibes were good. And then it kind of crept in that maybe once teams got a little better that we weren't as good as we thought. So then it was the youngness of our team going up and down, new guys getting to know each other. So I felt like we really bonded as we were going up and down through that. Obviously with we had a couple problems during the season that we really bonded as a team, I feel. And then, going into playoffs, we were feeling good, and I think we showed what we could do, and we were ready to show in the second round, but didn't get the chance.
Yeah, we'll talk about that playoff series. Both of you guys scored some big goals. But first, Benny, it was your first season in the BCHL. So how would you summarize it? What was it like?
Coming in, all the boys and the coaching staff just made it a real easy transition, and I thought we came together really quickly as a group, and that's kind of how that hot start started, I guess. And like Shawzy said, we battled through some adversity there in the middle of the year, a little bit of a roller coaster there, but I think that just made us stronger as a team, and I think that showed in the playoffs. And when the going gets tough, we just got tougher. So I think we would have been ready for the second round and whatever more we were ready to play in. So just sucks that it ended like that.
Yeah, no, tough for everyone for sure. You came from Kimball Union, U.S. Prep League. How did that adjustment, that transition for you, how did you find it?
The speed was kind of definitely a jump, but the biggest jump was probably the size of the guys, and everyone was just bigger, older, stronger. So that was a jump for me and kind of getting used to that. And also the situation, you're living in a dorm with, I was living with 45 other guys. So lots to be doing there when you're kind of chilling in the dorm. But, when you're in your billet house, it's kind of that's a bit of an adjustment going over to that. But I loved it and I had a great year. So
awesome. So Shawzy, obviously this was year 2 for you. What was the difference? Well, first, going from midget AAA to your first year, what was that like? And then year 1 to year 2, what was that like?
Yeah, it was a lot of similarities with Benny. The bigger, like, obviously I was coming in usually being the guy that was pushing guys around to being the guy that gets pushed around. So it was adjustment at the start to try and find my place and find where I can fit in. And that was a lot of my first year. I couldn't really find my stride because I was trying to find my spot in the lineup. I was going up and down, couldn't really find it. And then I felt like last year I came in and I started off like in the middle of the season. So like I couldn't really get going. And then once like playoffs came around and later in the season, I felt like my game got better. And, you know, like I feel like the biggest difference from year 1 to year 2 is just the knowledge. Yeah. I knew what I was expecting going in. I knew the guys were going to be bigger. I knew it was going to be faster. So that I trained for that. I got better. I tried to get as fast as I could. And, you know, that's all you can do. So, yeah. It's really good.
Let's talk about that playoff series. I don't know if you got – I'm just going to kind of put it out there. It was a sweep, obviously, in the end. But 3 of the 4 games were close. Like, that was a very entertaining series, I would say. Of course, I'm only watching. But do you guys have any thoughts on what gave you the edge, maybe why it was close, anything that stands out from that first-round series? Whoever wants to go first, whoever wants to chime in.
I mean – just like we were talking about earlier, we battled through adversity throughout the whole season. And, you know, that kind of getting through that just made us tough as a team and really close as a team. So when it came down to the playoffs and we knew that it was you got to perform or you're going home, and none of us wanted to go home. So I just think that we all dug deep and just kind of played right in the system, and that's kind of why we pulled through.
Anything to add?
Yeah, I agree. I find, like, if I compare it to my first year when we played Vernon, I felt like Vernon was a bit of a deeper team and they were just grittier. Like, they just wanted it more than us. Like, and when it came down to loose pucks, anything, it was just those battles, they wanted it more. And so, like, going into last year, we had the mentality that every puck was ours. There's not a puck that's going to get on our net. And we stuck by that and didn't lose a game. Playoffs. So.
Now, you would have been playing Trail, and I know you guys were really looking forward to that, but the fact that things are kind of unfinished, how do you guys, is there a way to like keep that want going into next season, the unfinished business mentality? Is that something you're trying to do?
Yeah, obviously. I think that's like a huge advantage for us, having that fire like underneath our belly, that we won, but we didn't win anything really. So like it's still so like unwritten, I would say. And I feel like we have a chance to rewrite it.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just kind of something I'm always thinking about. I mean, it's just I'm not going to forget it. So just what I'm thinking about when I'm training, when I'm doing whatever. I'm just thinking about the chance we had last year and just kind of doing the same thing.
Sweet. This might be a dumb question, but can you guys try and put us in your shoes when you score a big goal? Just because I'm remembering some goals, Shaw, for you. You had 2 big ones in Victoria. Benny, you had a 2-goal performance at home. What's it like to score a big goal in a playoff game? Difference, one, you got the crowd behind you. That's probably one thing. The other, you're silencing the crowd. The crowd, we can call it Victoria the crowd. But what's it kind of like to score a big playoff goal? Whoever wants to go first.
You go ahead.
I mean, it's just exciting just to know that, like, you got it done for the boys, honestly. Like, you're just out there. You want to block shots. You want to win every battle, like, just for the boys. You're not doing it for yourself, not doing it for your stats. And when you can score a goal, it just makes you feel like you're doing your job. And, you know, just like you're doing your job for the boys. So that's just what makes it special.
Yeah, I agree. Like, when you score, you don't really realize. Like, if I love blocking shots, and that stuff really fires me up. So, like, like me, Sko, like, we didn't score a lot, but in playoffs, we got it done, and it felt like we're doing our part, and we're getting the job done, and it feels I don't want to swear. It feels good.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, I won't.
So Victoria was obviously a team not from your division. So I just want to know, going through the season, which team of any team did you like to play the most? Who did you want to play and gave you kind of the most get up in the morning and go and you wanted to see them on the ice? Which team?
I'm going to say Penticton.
Okay, why?
I don't know. It's not that they're stuck up or anything, or I feel like I get a vibe that they think they're better than everyone, and it makes me want to just work even harder to beat them every night. And I feel like they're the best really competition in the BCHL, and I feel like every time we go up against them, it's a good scrap. So
there were some good games last year against the Vs, that's for sure. Yeah, Benny, same thing or different?
I mean, obviously, I like playing Penticton as well, but I enjoyed playing Vernon and Chilliwack a lot this year. I got 2 buddies on each of the teams that I was really close with, and just those games just kind of fire me up, not just to see those guys, but Vernon's obviously a big rival, and we got the energy going into those games.
Sweet. Let's talk a little bit about the coaching staff. What is it like? We'll go back to you, Shazi, to play for, coaches Tyler Shattuck, Tanner Cochran, Carter Cochran. What was it like last year? What are they good at?
Yeah, well, the one thing for me that sticks out a lot is they're players' coaches. So they were in the league not too long ago. They understand how we feel, how we're feeling. And they come at it they come at an aspect where we can understand, and they really try and explain it to us. But they also up our asses all the time, nonstop. You got to get this done, which is how it should be. It's like a good relationship where you can it's a good friendship, but it's also they're your coach and you got to stick to what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I completely agree with Shazi. Just something that really stood out to me from the coaching staff was just the relatability. You can just go to them about anything, not even hockey related. And if it is hockey related, they're talking you through it and helping you understand. And they know every player is different. And I think that they had really good relationships with most of our players, so in their own respects.
This might be a tough one. The team, of course, hired a new coach, and you guys haven't, of course, learned yet from Derek Damon, but we're talking someone with a 14-year pro playing career. How do you think that might help you guys next year to add another strong hockey mind?
I think it's going to be huge. Obviously, I don't know him personally, but if they're bringing in a guy like that who's had that much experience, I think it can only benefit us for sure.
Yeah, I completely agree. And you got another guy who's played at a high level and he knows what it takes. And just bringing that experience to us, just like Shazi said, will be huge for all of us. And, I mean, we have a bunch to learn. I mean, the guy had a 14-year pro career, so he knows more than us. So lots to learn.
What are you most looking forward to for next season? It can be as simple as, getting on the ice and seeing the guys, but is there anything else? Is there the number one thing that you're like, let's get going, why you're looking forward to next season?
For me, I just can't wait to get up and see the boys, honestly. Just to get that team atmosphere. You're pushing each other and being competitive. That's why we all play the game, and that's why we all kind of love hockey. So to get back there and to get into the locker room again and just see the boys, that's what I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah, I agree. It's a brotherhood. There's nothing really quite like it. You're in a small town. No one's really from there. And you're living with some guy you've never met. And then over the course of a couple months, you guys become best friends. And I'm just excited to create new friendships and keep ones going. Hopefully this guy will live with me or something. Talk to me, we'll see. But yeah, I don't know.
Work to do on the parents.
Yeah.
Let's transition a little bit. We'll talk about some NHL hockey hopefully happening. I want to get your guys' thoughts quickly. Today, training camp's open, which is, I think, a huge step forward. Personally, I've kind of been skeptical this whole time. Just with everything going on, how would they make it work? And I'm crossing my fingers, knocking on wood, that hopefully it happens. I want to start, well, we'll start with you, Benny. What are your thoughts, if it does happen, on the format? 24 teams, there's the play-in, there's that round robin for the top 4 in each conference. If it does happen, do you like the format? Do you not like it? Is it fair? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I like it. I mean, it's an unusual year, so it kind of calls for something unique. I mean, it's not normal. They didn't get to finish the season out. And so, I mean, there's something you got to do to compensate there for the other teams. And I just think it makes it really interesting and gives some teams kind of an extra life. And you never know who can get hot right now. So, I mean, I like it a lot.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think that's a special thing with hockey is like when you give a team this much time to recover and get ready, I feel like it can be a toss-up in the air on what team is going to be what. And that's what I'm so excited for is just the competition. I feel like everyone's going to be ready to go and wanting to play because it is really like you got to win the round robin and then you go into the conference before the conference.
They got the play-in.
Yeah.
5 to 12 or 5 to 12 get playing games. And then if you lose that, they could win the lottery. So that just adds another component to it.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's crazy. Like the prize is like a franchise changer and it could go to like
Pittsburgh.
Let's not talk about the lottery. The lottery, we could talk for a long time. Who are your teams and do you think the format helps?
My team's Tampa Bay. So, I mean, I think
they're 2 years ago.
Fine. I think they're fine either way. Either format, they're getting a high seed, it would have been home ice, but
they're going to choke.
Lots of skill on that team, so they're going to be good to go.
Yeah, they also didn't they have a bunch of COVID positive tests?
Yeah, that's fine. That only takes.
Shaji, who's your team? Sorry.
Edmonton Oilers is my team. And, yeah, I think McDavid this is the year he's just going to lead us straight to the top.
You better be hoping for Lafreniere.
Like, no, I'm, like, praying. Like, I'm praying it happens. Like, if not, we're in trouble. So, let's hope.
Okay. Let's see. What about other sports? Do you guys, other than hockey, what sport have you missed the most and why?
Probably basketball for me. I mean, those guys are just – the superstars are just huge stars kind of just in the culture that we're kind of growing up in. And it's cool to follow those guys. And, I like to go around and shoot the basketball around and it just makes you appreciate how good they are at it when I can't even make a layup. So,
yeah, no, I'm with basketball as well. I love a good NBA game and I'm excited. Hopefully the bubble stays clean, but we'll see. I just want to see. Yeah, I'll go ahead.
I was going to say, are there a lot of other ball fans on the team like last year?
Yeah. There's a couple ball fans, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most people are just kind of sports fans in general, so.
Yeah. Like some guys are like more like they know certain players and certain teams, like every guy. And then some guys are just like they know that the Warriors have been good the last 3-4 years.
Well, I hope they also know that the Raptors won the NBA championship.
What
about
under a rock?
Yeah, honestly.
What about playing? Shazi, you said you've been golfing a bit. Have you been playing that in other sports? Yeah,
I've been golfing a lot actually. So my brother, he used to play hockey and then he took up golf about 3 years ago and he's been on like the Alberta Amateur Tour and he's been on these like small amateur tours just in Alberta, BC, just around Canada. And so I've been golfing with him a lot and trying to fix my game. Hopefully me and Martino can take on Shattuck by the time we get there. But I don't know. I hear he's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other sports?
I mean, I like to play basketball with my friends, play some spike ball.
Oh.
Spike ball? What is spike ball?
Oh,
you're in for a treat.
Yeah, it's like a 2v2, so there's a net in the middle.
Okay.
And it's a ball about this big, and it's teams, and you're on the same side, and you got to hit it, and you got like 3 touches between each other to get it back on the net at the other team. So it's almost like, what do you compare it to?
It's like
miniature volleyball, but you're bouncing it off the net, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Great comparison.
Thank you. I tried my best. I was thinking that.
Let's talk about other quarantine stuff or, COVID activity stuff that you guys have been up to. What about shows? Is there any Netflix or other streaming service TV show that has been your go-to or your favorite binge during COVID?
I mean, obviously I watched Tiger King. That was at the beginning, but I mean, I watched that in one day. So like, I wouldn't say it's that's whatever, but I've been watching Billions lately.
Yeah. Good show.
I'm done that. Just waiting for some new episodes. So
did either of you watch The Last Dance? The Jordan doc?
All of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every episode.
Yeah. Okay. So that like,
no
brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then, like I was going to say Tiger King. I've watched Animal Kingdom as well. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's not bad.
I was thinking about watching it, but got some mixed reviews. So
really? I don't know, man. It's pretty good, dude.
I don't know, dude. I watched a bit of it, and it just seems a little unrealistic for me.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not very realistic. Being honest, it's a TV show. But they're bank robbers. It's a pretty good. I don't know. It's not bad.
Okay, what else have you been up to? Because workout-wise, let's talk about home workout versus do you have access to a gym, or what have you been doing to stay in shape?
Yeah, you go ahead if you want.
I mean, well, I've been back in the gym now for the last 2 weeks, but before that, got a program from my trainer. So, and I got a pretty good setup in my basement. I got a rack, a squat rack, some dumbbells. So, I mean, I was making it work down there. Going for a couple runs, some sprints, and that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been at home the whole time, really, because the gym that I'm at, they won't open until August. So I've had to get my trainer. I've had to talk to him and get a program going just under him and not under my gym. So now I've just been training with him individually every morning. So I train here at my house. There's I got a squat rack, dumbbells, there's space. So I got my trainer there. There's I got everything that I need. And then ice is I've been trying to get on as much as possible, but it's been tough because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. So how many times have you skated, and when was the first time you were on the ice?
I skated for the first time probably I want to say 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was terrible. I didn't even know how to turn. But then once I skated 3-4 times, you get the movements back, you start feeling it. And I think I've been on the ice probably around 10 times.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Benny, have you been on the ice?
Yeah, just started skating 2 weeks ago. That's right when the rinks opened up. Felt like garbage as well.
Yeah.
Really frustrating, honestly. But then I felt better the second skate and I've actually been feeling good on the ice now. Skated every day last week. Hoping to skate every day this week. So been renting the ice a couple times, organizing scrimmage, and other times just kind of going on with the skill coach and doing some skill sessions. So doing what I can.
Sweet. Is there video games that you guys have been maybe before the skating and all that opened? Was there a go-to video game that you guys have been playing during COVID?
Yeah. You want to go or you?
You can go ahead.
I have 2 games. I really only play 2 games. It's Call of Duty and the new Modern Warfare. I've been playing quite a bit.
Nothing new.
A bit, and then NHL. Me and my buddies got an ESHL team, so we get on there, and we're in Div 4 right now.
You're gonna have to play us, Shawzy.
Right. What div are you in?
Div 2.
Oh no way, man!
Oh yeah, dude. You should see our
buddies are terrible too. No, they're actually decent. We'll muck you guys. 403 Ravens.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
We're the Newfoundland. I don't know. I can't remember.
Labrador, Newfoundland, and Labradors, or what?
No, Labrador's not in there.
We got a follow-up question later that apparently has to do with that. Let's see. So that's video games. We got when I talked to Martino and Schofield, they said, Shazi, you're the Call of Duty guy. You're the guy who like. Is this true? And is this true? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm the guy, but like I do play quite a bit. I've been playing like ever since I was like 13. So like I've kind of always had that gamer touch. I don't know. And I don't know, like especially all the boys were playing it hard this year.
Yeah. So
we would get squads of 6 or 7 guys and be playing. And yeah, usually I'd be at the top of the leaderboard, but I don't know. Depends.
Yeah, Shazi's pretty good player.
Yeah.
Slightly above average.
Yeah.
just pretty good. Yeah. What about let's see here. Any hidden talents for either of you? Anything that you've rediscovered or gotten up to that's like a strange activity? I don't know, juggling or something random like that?
Yeah, I mean, I can't juggle. Scotty used to get on me pretty hard for that. I can get about 2 reps in.
Power play, buddy. That's what it means. You can't juggle. You can't be on the power play.
Is that wait, actually?
That was Scotty's rules. If you couldn't juggle, you couldn't be on the power play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. Not really. I don't really.
I don't really have any hidden talents either.
No, like no instruments or like.
No, like I like all this. It's really just sports. Like I'll play. I'm not bad at basketball. I'm like a 12-10 handicap in golf, and then like that's really all I do. Sports.
Yeah, I mean, I would say my hidden talent would be spike ball. I'd consider myself good at spike ball.
Doesn't seem like approval from.
All right.
Just wait till he sees. He'll be wanting to be my partner. Don't worry.
You live with me, buddy.
Exactly. Then you got to be my partner.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a couple more, and then we'll get to the submitted questions. So we're almost done here. If you guys gotta get off and get back to your lives.
Yeah.
If let's say COVID, hypothetical, all the restrictions were lifted tomorrow, what is the first thing that you would do? Like, what's the thing you miss the most, activity-wise? What's the number one thing you would do if there were no restrictions?
I mean, here restrictions have kind of lifted a bit, so we can kind of do whatever. But I know I really missed going out to eat. I love going out to eat. So
yeah, I don't know. Like Calgary's been good, so they've lifted a lot of the rules. Like I think it's a maximum like 50 people you can have at a function or something like that. But I don't know. The only thing we haven't really been able to do is go to bars and stuff, like go out. So I'd say like the only thing we really haven't been able to do is that, and yeah, I kind of miss that. I'd say
we started being able to about 2 weeks.
Wow, like full capacity?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
A couple
go to the bar, but it's
really
like 5 people a table.
Into the rules.
Yeah.
But I mean, we also haven't had a case in. We've had 1 case in like 2.5 months here. So.
Oh, good.
You mentioned food though. What's your go-to? Like, have you been doing takeout food and stuff like that? What's your go-to type of meal?
Well, Shazi knows this one, but in Salmon Arm it would be the foot-long steak and cheese.
Steak.
But while I'm home, I kind of try and stay away from the steak and cheese because I know I'm going to be filling up on it. Salmon Arm. So I would say I like going to Pita Pit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Calgary's got a lot of variety, but one place that I've always loved is Opa, which is a Greek place. So that's like chicken Slovaki and all that. So that's like my go-to.
You're cultured, eh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see, can't you see the color of my skin? Here you go.
Let's get to, we got a couple submitted questions here. We've got from Carson Moe for Drew from Kimball. Are you excited to live with Paul Doré, a new recruit for the team who also went to Kimball? Is there a story? Is there an inside joke, or is that happening? What's the deal?
I mean, kind of up in the air right now. Paul. So me and Paul, both our first years at Kimball, we actually roomed together.
Okay.
And Paul could not speak English at all, so that was a learning curve for the both of us, kind of getting through that and helping him with his English a little bit. But yeah, we live together. I love Paul, and we're really close. So I'm excited to have him on the team and living with him. I mean, his French conversations in his sleep probably wouldn't miss that, but other than that, he's a great guy. Can't wait to see him again.
Can you give us a scouting report on him?
I can. He's got I would say he's got a heavy shot.
Okay.
Good mitts in tight.
Okay.
He's got a scoring touch. Big body, big lower half for sure. Yeah, hopefully he can make a good transition, but I mean, didn't see him play last year live, only saw him online, so
yeah,
hoping he still got that rip of a shot.
Anything else that you guys want to add about next season, or it's probably time to go here? We're just past the half-hour mark. Any closing comments about next season, what you're most looking forward to?
I don't know. I'm just excited to see the boys get the season fired up. Start playing some games. Yeah, just get rolling.
The countdown's on. It's not far away.
I just can't wait to get going, finish what we started last year, get back in the Shaw Center, and we're going to be buzzing.
Sweet. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the fall.
Yeah. See ya. Thank you.